fun to do with my friends. I like getting to watch people dance because it's a really fun form of self-expression. I don't think I'm a very good dancer, but I really find it's very freeing to just let loose in the song and just feel beautiful.
I love to dance.
Hi, I'm Crystal Moore. My major is human development, and I have been dancing for 18 years, my entire life basically, since I was 2.5.
Okay. My name is Katie Gunderson. I am a political science major with a global emphasis, and I've been dancing for about 14 years.
Okay, I actually got started. I was at a little street fair with my family, and an old lady came up to my mom, and she said, "This little girl needs to be in dance." So my mom put me in my first dance class. It was ballet. Hated music, absolutely hated it. I made the teacher turn it off because I was crying, and I went back to my next class the next week, and I gradually worked my way up with music, and now I blast it in my room all the time. So that's how I started dancing.
So the way I got started in dance was I was a cute little 5-year-old, and my mom put me in a ballet class like every other little 5-year-old does, and it was just something fun to do. It wasn't really a big deal, and I did soccer. I was on the swim team too when I was little, and it ended up being something that I just loved, and my mom didn't even think that that would happen, but I ended up falling in love with it and still do it to this day. So when I came to WSU and was enrolling in classes my first semester, I knew I needed some sort of dance. I needed to get that dance class in.
So actually looking for some way to let out dance. There always has to be at least that hour in a day where I can dance in some form.
I ended up taking this PE jazz class at Smith Gym for 1 credit or something, and the girl, it was a super cute tall blonde girl that was teaching it, and she pulled this other girl and I aside and said that she was a member of the WSU Elite Dance Company and they were holding auditions.
I was actually standing in one of my huge lecture classes and I wasn't paying any attention, and I looked at the wall and there was a little pink sign that said auditions for Elite Dance Company.
And she'd really like me to come, and she invited our whole class. So my friend and I trooped down to Daggy Hall one Saturday, I think it was, and we found Crystal sitting on a staircase, and she couldn't find the studio, and we couldn't find the studio.
So I got the number, I came to the auditions, I got lost on my way trying to find the studio.
So we tried going through all of these doors and stairways, and eventually got to the studio and auditioned and made it, and now we're here.
And finally found it, did the auditions, and since then it's the only thing I can ever imagine doing here at Wazoo. It's so much fun, the girls are great, and it gives me the time of day to dance.
Dancing in a company involves a lot of cooperation, a lot of patience. You have to get everybody's schedules coordinated. You have to expect that everybody shows up for practice and everybody respects the dancing time, the dance, the choreographer. So there's a lot of elements that go into being in a company. I was pretty focused on ballet for a long time, and then once I got into my teenage years, I got more into jazz and hip hop and a little bit of tap and modern and stuff. So I've branched out a little bit, but I'm still a ballet dancer. I don't really know, because nobody really likes ballet. Ballet is the hardest style to do, and everybody complains about it. I love it because to me it's beautiful. It's a strive for perfection, which always challenges me, and I think that's what draws me in, is that there's always that extra thing I can do, that extra effort that I can make to kind of do this incredible style of dancing. So
I have basically done any type of dance you will see out there: jazz, tap, ballet, hip hop, modern, salsa, rumba, anything you can really think of, I've done it. My favorite is lyrical because you get to portray your emotion through dancing, and that's kind of why I dance. diagnosed with Wolff-Parkinson syndrome, which is a heart disorder, and I had to have heart surgery. And at that point, that's when I realized that if I dedicate my entire life to one thing, then I'll never be able to branch out. And if something like that were to happen down the line, when that's all I had to really go towards, then I can see myself completely crumbling and really not knowing what life was about. So when I had the heart surgery, I slowed down. I took a minute to really look at life, and I decided that I needed to go to college. I couldn't just rely on dance as a lifetime thing. So I applied only to WSU. It's the only school I applied to because at first it was hard to say dance is not going to be my future right now. And I got to WSU, and I'm working with children, and it's another passion. So I can finally say that you can have two true loves in a lifetime.
I decided not to major in dance because I had seen a couple of my friends, and I had heard stories about people who pursue dance as a career, and it consumes them so much that they end up absolutely hating it, and it just tears them apart. And I did not want to lose something that I loved so much. So I decided, and it was really hard because I was very involved with all of these ballet schools and academies, and I decided that I wanted to go to college and get an education and have dancing always be a part of my life, but not be the main focus, because I didn't want to lose it. I didn't want to end up hating it and stuff. So I really, I wanted to save it. So.
Joining us, I'm Rich.
And I'm Vanessa.
Catch us next week for Artbeat.
Thanks for watching Artbeat.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning into Artbeat. I'm Rich Kresge. Join us for another episode right here on Cable 8.